in ROXBURGH Park. My name is Robert Ozzimo. I proudly represent the company of Harcourts, Rata and Co. And I'm joined here today by some of my award-winning colleagues in blue. Should you require their advice, please feel free to approach either Harry, Michael and of course Mr. Joel Viavattene, who no doubt you've had the great pleasure of becoming acquainted with throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, let me share with you the following announcements which are in place to help you bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for a 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer and the signing of that contract to take place here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement in a flexible 30 to 90 days time, which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. All in all, quite a straightforward contract. Everything's in here. Everything is quite clear. So buyers, is with my highest recommendation what we offer for your consideration and competition here today. What a great opportunity for any investor. What a great opportunity for any first home buyer. What a great opportunity for you and your family to buy this beautiful family home. Absolutely everything has been considered, absolutely everything has been completed by the current owners, and not only has it been completed, it's been completed to a very high standard. I'm sure you'll all agree. I'm sure you were all as impressed as I was walking through the front door here this morning and seeing the quality of workmanship throughout. No stone has been left unturned. There is absolutely nothing to do but to move in and start enjoying life at number 22 Masters Circuit. That journey starts right here, right now, with getting the sold sticker up on the board. So if that is your goal here today, right now is the opportunity to secure that, right, buyers. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for 22 Masters? Who'd like to start us off? I don't mind the call, buyers. I'm in your hands. Start me where you like. A little bit of an intimate crowd here today. Always going to take a brave soul to put their hand up first, but you've got an opportunity to cut the competition off at the pass. Get ahead, put yourself in the box seat. Show the competition that the keys do belong to you. You've got that chance now, buyers. Who'd like to start me off? I don't mind the call. I'm in your hands.
550. 550.
Have I had it here first at 550,000. Welcome, sir, and best of luck at 50 and 75 if you like, sir. At 550,000, can I say 75 now? 550 in the bids here. At 550,000. At 550,000, fairly been offered now. Looking for 75 in the rise at 550 I have. At 575 now, has 75 here, 90 now. At 590, welcome to both of you at 90 and 600 now. At 600,000, fairly been offered at 6. And same courtesy at 10 if you like, at 600,000 bids here against you, sir, and you. At 600,000 even money. At 600 the bid. At 600,000 now. Fairly been offered at 6. First call at 600,000. Are we done?
6.5.
I'm taking 10, sir. Make it 10. At 610,000. Welcome back in 20 now. At 620,000. At 620 the bid now. At 620,000. Bid there. Opportunity back with you for 30 if you like. At 620,000. Fairly been offered. At 620 the bid. At 620,000. First call at 620. I'm taking 10, sir. Make it 30. At 620,000. The bid's here. At 620,000. First call at 620. Done. At 30. Welcome back, sir. At 30. At 630, 40 if you like. At 6, I can't buy like that, so only like this. At 630 the bid's here. At 630 the bid. At 630,000 for the first call. At 630 done. At $630,000. Second call at 30 done and finished. Third, fun. Where's that? At 40. Welcome at 640,000 now at 640. At 640, fresh bidding now at 640,000. At 645, I'll take the 5 of the same courtesy to your buyer, Mike, if you like. At 645,000, I will say that we are on the market and selling at 645. Bids here, keys are here. At 645, we're on the market, we sell. If there's no further bidding, we'll sell here at 47 now at 647. At 647, keys on the phone with Michael. At 650 now. 650. At 650 the bid. At 650,000 we sell here today. If you've come to buy, you must bid me now. If ever hold your piece at 51. At 651. At 651,000. At 52. At 652 now we sell away. No better bid. At 652 and 55 and a great bid at that at 55. At 655. At 655,000 we're done here, sir.
60,
at 60 now. At 660 the bid. At 660,000 fairly been offered. Bid here. Opportunity with you on the phone, Michael, at 660 now. We're on the market. We sell. We play for keeps. Not going inside. If you're waiting for a halftime break here this morning, not going to happen. At 660,000 I'm out here till we sell. Bids here. Keys are here. We sell at 1 now. 661. At 661. How about 65, sir? At 661. At 661 now. 2 at 662. At 662,000. At 662,000. Bids back here. Keys are here. We sell at 662. At 662,000. Fairly been offered now. Once at 662. Done. At 3 now, at 663. Back in it at 63. Give me a big bid, sir. Take me to 70. At 663,000. At 663,000. Fairly been offered at 663. At 663. So we're on the market and selling. I can tell you now, if you're not the highest bidder, we're selling to the gentleman on the phone. So if you're here to buy, I need to know now. At 664 now, at 664. At 664,000. At 5 now, at 665. At 665,000. At 666 at 666. At 666 now. At 666,000. We can't sell it at that. At 666 and the bid's here. At $666,000 the bid. First call 666 done. Second call 666 the bid done. At 67 now, 667,000. How about 70, sir? At 668 now, 68. Take me to 70, Mike. At 668,000. Fairly been offered now at 668. We're on the market. We're selling at 668,000. First call at 668. All done. Second call at 9 now at 669,000. We're definitely done now, sir. At 669,000. I'll give you a moment to think about it. So we're done over here. Thank you very much for your bidding. We're done there. At 669,000. Bids here. Keys are here. We sell once at 669,000. All done. Second call at 669. Done and finished. Third. Final call, 669 the bid. We're on the market and selling. Bid me now if ever hold your peace. At 669,000 all done, all finished, all silent out at 669. We're definitely done, sir. Thank you very much for your bidding here today. We're selling.
670.
Almost lost it, man. With 670,000. Welcome. Welcome. Best of luck. It's a late run. We've got to make it count now. At 670,000. At 670,000. Fresh competition here now at 670. At 670 the bid. At 670,000. Fairly been offered now at 670,000. Bid here at 1 now at 671. At 671,000. At 671,000. Bid there. Was there the only the one bid? Don't be a one bid wonder, man. Give me 2 or 3 at least. At 671 the bid's there. At 671,000. At 671 fairly been offered now. At 671 bid there. Keys are there. We'll sell now if there's no better bid. At 671 the bid. First call at 671,000. Done. Second call at 671. Done and finished. Third. Final call 671 the bid. All done. All finished. All silent out at 671. We're definitely done here. Ma'am, sir, we're done? Definitely done. Thank you very much for your bid here today. At 671, we're selling. 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 Absolutely sure. Sold. Congratulations and well bid. Please join me congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts Rata & Co auction. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Thanks, mate. Thank you.